All right, black women, this video is going to be kind of hard hitting, right? Because I'm trying to be calm because I really hate black males that try to tell black women what to do with their bodies and try to disrespect us by telling us what we should and should not do, and try to base things off of us having a low morality and no respect for ourselves. So I just had to get off of a live because I was trying to listen and get the idea of what was happening, but it's the same old bullshit where you have these lives where you have real shit happening in the world today where black women are losing their rights, losing their jobs, and being homeless. And because they're dealing with bum-ass black males, their children are dying in the cold, right? And no one is giving a fuck about helping them because they don't care about black women and children. So when I'm listening to this live, these dudes are basically trying to tell black women, they're trying to brainwash black women and young girls into thinking that black women belong with them and should only be with them. And when they get in relationships with them, stay with them forever. Black women, let me tell you something. That shit is not normal. That is no shit you should ever think about doing. And all that is a way for them bum-ass motherfuckers to get somebody to literally help them through life. You know how they always talk about that helpmate shit? It's because they're not men. They don't know how to be men. They don't have the money to take care of themselves. They don't have the education because they act like education is kryptonite, right? So they need women to be shamed into being with them because they feel like they're entitled to black women's free labor, free sex, and every resource she has to give them. So the conversation got to the point where, they always talk about children. They always talk about how, whenever they go to court, and this is all in their heads, right? That the women are given the preferential treatment, when that's not true. The judge is going to give the child to the best parent that could take care of the kid, or if the parents opt for shared custody, that's also an option. You can tell these dudes have never been to court because they don't know that there are a variety of ways to take care of your children and be in their life if that's what you choose to do. So as the conversation progressed, it went on to abortion and mortality rates when children are born and black women are killed, and they basically don't give a fuck. Like, there was a part in the conversation when the question was asked, why aren't black males out here rallying or speaking up for the black women and children that are being killed in the hospitals during delivery? Not a peep. They wanted to project the whole situation back onto black women and racism and white supremacy. Now, although racism and white supremacy plays 99% of the problem, the 1% that the black males can actually do something about, they don't. They don't speak on the behalf of black women or children at any time. You have never in history seen black males, because they're not men, all right, ever have a movement for the benefit of black women or the benefit of black children. But you have seen black males go all the way to the Supreme Court to marry white women and to do everything to divorce themselves from their responsibility or even their kinship to black women and children. So later in the conversation, when they spoke about abortion, they're not women. They don't know what it's like to have a baby, to have an abortion, to have a miscarriage. They don't know anything about women's bodies. Their whole assumption is because they have been brainwashed by religion and wanting to be white men, patriarchy, gender roles, and the belief, the hardcore, staunch belief in the suppression and oppression and inferiority of women. To them, they feel like every time a woman has an abortion, this is an actual personal attack against their malehood because they're not men, right? They refuse to understand that this is the woman's body. So only she is allowed by nature, who brought us into this world, to decide what happens to her body and what she does with her body. If she doesn't want to have a child and she wants to have 1,000,000 abortions, that's her fucking business, because that's her body. All right. They go on from talking about being pro-choice, right, when they're not the ones going through any of the condition at all, but they are very opinionated on it. And yet they're always the first ones to always neglect the woman and the child, abandon the mother and the child, and never do anything to contribute to helping or benefiting that woman or child. They're just like the pro-life people that stand outside the abortion clinics. They beg and want to fight the mother to have a baby that none of those people will be around for, to help her raise that child, feed that child, clothe that child, or give her additional money for that child if she needs it, or rent or anything else, right? So it's useless. The argument is void. You only want the woman to have the child so that she can be impoverished and be burdened. You don't care about the welfare of that baby or the woman. You just want the woman to be burdened, because in your mind you feel the woman should be oppressed. So from that dumb shit, they go on to trying to keep preaching this script, this narrative that women should know the person that they're sleeping with. They should know all the red flags. They should be able to literally read this person's mind and be an authority on that person and know everything that person is thinking and it is going to do. Trying to hold the woman, the black woman, responsible for a fucking deadbeat and a person who's being performative, putting their best foot forward just to get sex. And that is what they all do. So now they want to try to blame and shame the black women into the actual behaviors and humanity of another fucking person. Which, black women, you have got to stop accepting that shit. You are not responsible for any grown black male out here. I don't care if you are their mother. When a person is grown, that person is responsible for themselves. And all that shit about, oh, why did you have sex with him? Why did you have a one-night stand? Black women, please reject all that shit of people trying to police you and tell you what to do with your own body. You could be the biggest whore in the world if you want to. That is your fucking right, and that is your business. Stop allowing these black males to tell you anything about what you can and cannot do with your vagina. Do you understand me? They don't have a right to do that, and who the fuck are they? And honestly, black women, to tell you the absolute truth about how I feel, is if you black women would stop fucking with black males only and actually start dealing with all the men of the world. And I never advocate for white men. You know that. I don't like black women with white men or black men. Black males, rather. So if you would start opening up your options to other men in this fucking world, you would not have this problem, and these motherfuckers would not be that bold to say the things they're saying, because they would not have access to you the way they do now. They speak recklessly because they have no respect for black women or children at all. They do not even acknowledge your humanity. So after they finish trying to dog out black women for choosing and having the right to do whatever she wants to do with her body, and everything from sex to abortions to how she dresses to whether or not she wants a black male to talk to her or touch her, they try to make it seem like in their argument that black women are public toilets for black men to just do whatever they do their business on and walk away, and she's supposed to accept that. Please don't accept that, and don't make that be your reality. Just because you black, you don't owe these black males any loyalty, anything. You don't owe them any entitlement to your body, any loyalty to you. You don't owe them shit. You owe everything to yourself and only yourself. Okay? What else were they talking about? Everything fucking stupid. They were blaming black women for everything, like they always do, because these black males never, they talk about us with, oh, they are not accountable. They never take accountability for anything. They always right. The whole world is always wrong. They're always they're professional fucking victims, okay? Everybody's always doing something to them, but yet they're the ones out here committing the crime, the murders, the black femicide, the teenage rape, the teenage murders of little girls that they rape, the missing and killing of little girls and women that they steal and traffic. They're doing that shit for real. Something else they talk about, oh, when the kids as well, they always have this great affection and emotional argument when it comes to their sons, but they never acknowledge or give a fuck about their daughters, okay? And then they have a problem with black women like me and others when we really want black women to stop giving birth to black males, period. I'm so serious about that. If you want these type of assholes to disappear out of our communities, you have to stop giving birth to them. You have to stop. You could have sons with other men. Stop having little boys with black males. Get rid of them. You do not need them. Okay? The same way they felt about us, like they don't need black women, they can make all these half-breed bitches to replace us. Well, guess what? We have the Eve gene. We are the beginning of all mankind. We could literally replace black males. And you need to start working on that. That is some real shit, because the stuff they're saying on these lives is so disrespectful, so dehumanizing towards black women and girls. It is crazy. Especially in a time when you have this white racist president trying to take away women's rights and try to force women into having children they cannot afford, and at the same time putting their life at risk of actual instantaneous death or imprisonment. Because in Republican states, they're putting women in jail for abortions and miscarriages, right? And also, if the women have any kind of complicated pregnancy, they're going to die in the hospital because of all the racist doctors and nurses that work there. So these black males, they're not thinking about any of this. They're not considering any of this that goes on with black women. They only want to continue to participate in the white racist patriarchy, where they feel like as long as they kiss enough white people's ass, they're going to eventually get somewhere one day by dehumanizing, disrespecting, and degrading black women. It's fucking disgusting. And this is all they talk about on these lives. And they're always blaming black women for being their problem in life. If you so happy with life, leave life. Because honestly, the rest of us black people could do without y'all. We could. We really could. And I think it's just disgusting that black women keep trying to listen to these dudes and hear them out about their complaints about black women. If you got so many complaints about black women, leave black women alone, because we really don't need you. There are so many other men in this world that will do better by black women. You do not need these dudes at all. You can really do bad all by yourself. I think black women, when people show you who the fuck they are the first time, and these black males have been showing you constantly for 30 years, they've been on YouTube, TikTok, and everything else, MySpace, Black Planet, every fucking internet platform you could think of, disrespecting and tearing down black women. When are you going to say enough is enough and leave them the fuck alone forever? They are so disrespectful. They are not worth you. Y'all need to leave them alone. I know they're going to try to violate this video when you see it. So be rest assured that I will put this video up on my YouTube channel, Simply Stephanie 2. And that's one word. Simply Stephanie, followed by the number 2 on YouTube if you want to see this video. I am done with the bullshit here. Leave them alone. They don't deserve you, and you deserve more in life. And you actually deserve to have a happy life where somebody actually cares about you and wants to love you. They don't want to do nothing but use you and make sure you are around to help them do shit in life that they fucking don't know how to do or can't do because they're too stupid, too uneducated, or just fucking too physically broken. And you know they're mentally broken. I get so tired of them. And I get tired of making these videos, and I get tired of seeing those lives of relationship talk all the time when we have real issues in this country that we black women need to be worrying about addressing for themselves. Fuck these dudes. They never help black women. When black women get killed by police, when black women get killed by other black males, anything happens to black women in society, you never, in the history of living in this country or the history of existence, you never hear those motherfuckers giving a fuck about anything that happens to black women or little girls. They laugh about it. They laugh about it. They make fucking memes about it. They make jokes about it. They bring it up as if your suffering makes them happy. Leave them the fuck alone. Separate from them, divest from them. I don't care what you do, but cut them out of your life 100%. They are not worth you. And I am so glad so many black women are waking up and getting away from them, but more have to do it. Be well, y'all.